station of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Oh, look who we have.
It's a beautiful day. Got our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take it by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7.5 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's Cinco de Mayo, right? May 5th. Gotta love it. Be impeccable with your word. Seek to know the truth. When you hear an opinion and believe it, you make an agreement. It becomes part of your belief system. The only thing that can break this agreement is to make a new one based on truth. Only the truth has the power to set you free. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 367, NASDAQ up 194, S&P's up 61, gold contract flat. $1,713 an ounce. Silver up 34 cents, $15.14 an ounce. Light sweet crude, monster bid out here, up $4, $24.43 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year right now down 2 ticks, trading 138.28. The 30-year down 11 at 180.12, and King Dollar's up 225 ticks, trading 99.709. The euro is at 108. The yen is out here at 106.45, and the British pound is at 124 to 1 US dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, man, this is going to be a wild watching this baby shake out. Why, folks? Because if we go back to last Friday, we came down, the SPY came down from 290 to 281. Bottom line did 125 million shares. Now, that was coming down on light volume. That being said, yesterday you had lighter volume, 80 million shares. You rejected lower price, had lighter volume. That's saying you get the bounce in place. That bounce, however, you only get 49 million shares. That is like a joke, folks, okay? You get 49 million. We're going into 122 million. So this is telling me that we're not going to hold price here. When I say not hold price, what it means is that we could sell off a little at the close out here today, and whatever numbers are coming out after the close, it looks like it's going to affect the S&P. We take a look at the NDX 100. NDX 100, which continues to be the strongest indice. Bottom line, different setup, slightly. What we had done in the Qs yesterday is we also rejected lower price, had lighter volume. We did 32 million shares. Right now, the high that was generated out here last week is $220.04. And guess what? We got to 220.14. We've done 43 million shares. So this is where it's going to get really wild. Because this looks, at this particular point, that you're going to have a failure on price, failure on volume. We'll find out in the next 60 minutes. Because it's very close. It's 220.04. That's the number. You're not going to get 48 million shares into the Qs out here today. We're at 26 right now, folks. Gold contract out here, rejected lower price once again. Bottom line wants higher price. You've done 173,000 contracts. You're at 17.13 an ounce. Bottom line, you get an ABC structure that's happening up into the 1840s, 1850s. We take a look at the oil market. So oil, you talk about a bid. You get a bid in here, no doubt. You're up $4. You're trading $24.58. That being said, you've done 350,000 contracts, and that's anemic contract volume. You're still in a dead cat bounce coming off this price of $6.50. Can oil, I suspect, $28.57 is game. That's kind of where ICE is from the way down. And there's no doubt you get a bid in there. They're pricing that baby up, and they're pricing it up as fast as possible. We take a look at some of the high volume equities out here today, folks, and this is going to be a low volume market. And let me tell you something. There's a lot of dead cat bounces out here in a huge way. Well, let's put it this way. No, the higher volume equities, bottom line, are a mess. You get Norwegian Cruise Lines down $3. You get Carnival off $1. Americans off 25 cents. You get Marathon Oil down 17 with oil being up this high. Pretty amazing. Bank of America is flat out here. You get Hertz, HTZ. Bottom line, Hertz is going bankrupt, folks. It blows my mind that they actually can still get a reprieve from their lenders until sometime in May. That baby is done, and it looks like to me it's done in spades. If we do go over to, after the closeout here, Electronic Arts, EA, this looks to me like you get a big ABC happening. This is taking out a B point today. You're going to need... we're going to need 800,000 shares coming into the close. If that's what you get a nice ABC structure in the way up. EA is trading 119.94 right now. Your B point is 118.69, and this is a clean ABC structure on the way up. The price projection is somewhere about a 143, and I think we get a 151 high. Yeah, you get a 151 high, but I suspect that business in general, okay, is going to be a very good business, particularly the way that we still have a lockdown. They're looking for, last quarter was their biggest quarter. They're looking for $1.2 billion in the top line. They're looking for 96 cents in the bottom line. I expect that's going to be bigger. Disney, different ball game. We have with Disney out here. This is sad but true. Disney hit a high out here today of $105.18. Couldn't hold price. This looks like a small ABC structure in the way down. Somewhere, basically 95, 97 is game. And then the highs of the lows that were generated out here in March is 89.34. So what I do expect we're going to see out of Disney is some real warning shots about when they think they can start printing money out here again. Disney right now, they're going to be looking for $17.7 billion in the top line. They're going to be looking for 86 cents on the bottom line. And when you take a look at this, okay, it's about, if you're watching Tiger TV, the breakdown's pretty amazing, meaning that you get Parks contribute $26 billion a year, okay, out of the 68. Media, 24. Just those two right there, folks. And we're talking media. Of course, you get Disney Plus, which is a huge success, will be a huge success going forward, no doubt about that. But then in between that, you have cable, you have ESPN, you have sports whenever they come back, and that, no doubt, advertising dollars inside of that business are not only going down, they're probably changed forever. Dow Industrials up 380, NASDAQ up 196, S&P's up 62. Stay right there, folks. Coming with our man, Mr. Jason Path. We are going to be talking the energy markets. Coming right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks. The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
TFNN is launching an open house for our Tiger's Den. For a limited time, you can get a 30-day free trial to the Tiger's Den. Just enter promo code OPEN at checkout and pay nothing for 30 days while you try out your Tiger's Den membership as part of our open house. With market volatility at an all-time high and people all over the world working from home if possible, TFNN is hosting an open house in our Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is an interactive chat room that runs all day where other tigers and tigresses discuss trading ideas with the hosts and members, along with charts and current market news, as well as live access to the charts the hosts use during their programs. Join us for the Tiger's Den Open House. Begin your Den membership today by just entering OPEN at checkout and pay nothing while you try things out for 30 days. For all the details and to start your Den membership today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the TFNN Tiger's Den Open House taking place now. Sign up today.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 304. NASDAQ is up 166. S&Ps are up 52. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Jason Path, as we do every Tuesday and Thursday, folks, at 1:15. Jason, what's going on, brother?
Not much, Tom. How are you, man?
Good, man. Good. So we're gonna be talking some gas, some oil, some rates, some currencies, and let's kick it off with the gas market.
Yeah, huge move up today. Now, we had a pipeline explosion overnight in Kentucky, which fueled some of this move. But as you know, I've been calling gas higher now for a few weeks. It's really a tale of 2 different fuels between oil and gas right now. Gas is going to benefit, as we've discussed, from the production declines that we're going to see given the dynamics in the oil market. I like 250 on gas futures as we cross into June, which we still have some headroom here, about 40 cents on the futures.
Yeah, that's a good move, right? We're around 179 right now?
No, I'm at 210 on the front month right now.
Sorry, man. Okay, cool.
Hey, no worries, man. No, we had a huge move up today, given the pipeline explosion last night. It's been up steadily since the end of the week last week. So, now as things incrementally start to open up a little bit on the demand side,
I see.
Yeah, we're gonna continue. I really believe we're gonna continue to see sharp moves up. I think gas got disproportionately hit when everything started locking down. Even though we're at home, we still got to heat and cool. It's been cool in the Northeast. I'm out in the Northeast, man. I got my V-neck on today. It's going to get up to 50. We're going to get down into 30s overnight still this week. And
really?
It's really hot. Yeah, it's cold up there, man. As in the Northeast this time of year, normally we're not running anything, right? It's very mild. We don't need to heat or cool. Heating degree days are off the chart right now, near record levels for this time of year. I still like gas higher. I think this is a pretty solid play. We were talking about 155 3 weeks ago. We're at 210 and rising today.
Now you talk about deviant, right? That's about as deviant as you get. Gas has been going down forever. All of a sudden, the oil goes to zero. We go negative, and gas is going positive. You gotta love it. So, what do you think about this oil move out here today?
Yeah, it's crazy. Extremely speculative move. You talked about the volume and some other issues. It's just, to me, this market is radioactive. I'm not active in oil right now at all. I like a short soon. I think that's on my radar. But, to me, if you're going long oil here, if you've been long, I was thinking this morning, it's like a Wizard of Oz move. It feels good because everything's opening back up and people are going to be in their cars. But if somebody wants to go long oil right now, my two words for you, like jet fuel, right? I mean, we're still not flying. Jet fuel is a material double-digit percentage of oil consumption in this country.
Seriously, yeah.
And folks, to me, the airplanes are a good indication of what we still have ahead of us. There's nothing in our lockdown that impacted air traffic, right? You could still get on a plane. You could still fly.
Right.
We all chose not to. It went down by 95%. Buffett's now out of airlines.
Yep.
But there was nothing that the government did to limit our jet travel, and we just chose not to because we were scared about our health.
Well,
I don't think that's going to go away because we can now go to 7-Eleven.
I agree. Well, what you're saying, and folks, this is what I got out here in St. Petersburg the last few days, right? We could open, as at a 25%, right? Well, guess what? A lot of them aren't opening, and people still aren't coming out. So that says quite a bit, man. Do you know what I mean? It's
hey, man, I'm in Washington, D.C. I had a hard time finding a pizza place to deliver last night.
Wow.
The economic damage is far deeper and greater than any government regulation that we felt like, whether we agreed or disagreed. And I think we have a lot of pain. And again, I think that the airlines are a good indication. But back to oil, right? That's still a supply and demand issue that's not going to reconcile. Even though I may be able to get in my car and drive somewhere, we're still not flying. That's a double-digit percentage of oil consumption. It's not going to come back anytime soon.
Yeah, no doubt. And so let's get into the bond and the interest rate market. What are we thinking here?
Yeah, so we learned yesterday, and of no surprise to anyone keeping score at home, the government's going to have to issue close to $3 trillion over the next few months. It's hard to conceive of that much paper hitting the market. The tensions with China. Last time we had these types of tensions with China, they slowed down their purchases of U.S. debt. I don't think there's the conspiracy theories that they start to sell or flood the market. That's not going to happen. They're not going to hurt themselves.
No, because they hurt themselves, right?
Right. To the extent that they slow down purchases, I think that's possible. But with that much paper hitting the market, I think we got stretched. In the 30-year, I think it went about as low as it could go structurally a few weeks back. And it's been slower to recover than the others. We've talked about some other ratios we use, like copper, gold, et cetera. I think the yields have to snap back. We started to see that move, which means the value of the paper goes down, demand is less, the yields go up.
We saw that, folks, when the 10 went to 0.31 or 1%. The bottom line is that the mortgage market didn't follow it. Because what ended up happening is that the demand was so much for the mortgages that they could keep the rates higher. So I agree with you, man.
It's got to come back.
I think we saw that structure basically more than likely bottom out, which is pretty wild, man.
Yeah, so I think that's a trade where, folks think equities go long from here, but there's still a lot of risk on the table. And I would certainly agree with that view. I'm not bullish equities from here. But, yields, if equities do rocket higher from here, continue to go higher, you're going to see yields go out. But I think you have some downside protection because I don't think yields could go much lower, even with the bottoming that we saw. I think they hit rock bottom structurally. So I think you have better downside protection you do with equities if you go short paper here, but you're going to still potentially enjoy the upside.
Yeah. Now I know you've been talking the euro. I mean, what happened in Germany today, folks, is that the German court turned around and it's basically...
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's here. If you can explain it, because it's pretty wild, man, what's happening over there, right?
So when the ECB does easing, right, they have to get the participation of the other sovereign nations in the euro to participate in that. What the German Constitutional Court said today was, unless the ECB can prove, basically to a standard that's not possible, that why we should, as a sovereign nation, participate in their program, we're dropping out within 90 days. The ECB cannot function without support of Germany. Like that is the end of the EU as we know it.
Right.
There's no other court to appeal to. This is Germany taking a stand and saying, basically, in 90 days, that's it. Like we're not going to play this game. Merkel, under the context of this, Merkel's been structurally supportive of the EU, but it's an issue in Germany. She's already said she's out of office the next 12 to 18 months. It could be good, a lame duck session for her. Anything could happen, but I don't see how the ECU or ECB in Germany reconcile this. Don't forget, you've also got the political issues, folks wanting to leave for a different reason in Italy and Spain. Britain's finally going to get their deal together and leave the EU. We talked last week, I think 30% downside on the euro is absolutely, the next, 12 to 24.
Listen, I can see it. I mean, Germany, the bottom line is that they had the explosion in, inflation, whether it's 80 years ago now. I can't see them changing, man. It's
no.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
They're going to be stubborn about it, and it's going to be fascinating to watch it play out. But it's hard to see a peaceful. I shouldn't use the word peaceful here, but it's hard to see a resolution between the ECB and Germany that doesn't result in significant damage to the structure of the ECB.
No doubt. Well, listen, man, we appreciate the education. We look forward to speaking on Thursday.
Love it. Thanks, Tom.
Man.
Enjoy the rest of the day, man.
Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN has developed a daily programming lineup for traders by traders. We start every trading day live at 8:30 a.m. with Tommy O'Brien hosting the morning market kickoff as he starts the day off by breaking down everything you need to know about what's going on for the trading day ahead. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento takes your calls and questions live on the air for the opening bell as he hosts Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom and Tommy O'Brien host the Bull Bear Trading Hour. At 11 a.m., it's Kevin Hinks and Alex Coffey from TD Ameritrade Network with Fast Market. Basil Chapman at noon with the Tiger Technicians Hour. Steve Rhodes hosts the Trader's Edge at 1 p.m. Dave White with the Power Trading Hour at 2 p.m. And Tom O'Brien closes out the day for the final hour of trading live from 3 till 4. Don't miss a second of our daily programming lineup. Tune in to Tiger TV every trading day live at TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is up at 217. Nasdaq's up 125. S&Ps are up 42. And they're selling this baby off, folks. It's going to get a little nasty out here, I think. You still get 30 minutes coming into the close. And what they just did, when we take a look at this S&P, you're going to see that you came off these highs. Let me get this up on this side so you can see this. You came off this high and you, bottom line, thundered down with some real juice, okay? You know, since I got on the air, we just went from 28.89, you know, down 30 S&P points. You're up 41 right now, and my take is that we're going to get to this 28.59. If you break 28.59, man, this thing will take off downtown pretty quickly. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Tuesday at 40 past the hour. And don't forget, folks, Basil has an outstanding show every trading day, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter, The Opening Call. Now, the way you get The Opening Call, you come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to go into newsletters. You'll see the opening call in the top right-hand corner. You hit it. You hit subscribe. You can get the opening call for 1 month for $128. You can get it for 6 months for $595, which is a savings of $173 or 22%. You can get it for a year at $995, which is a savings of $541 or 35%. All with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Basil Chapman, what's happening?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Yourself? I heard it's going to get chilly up in Boston the next couple of days, huh?
You know, it just goes on and on and on. I'm tired of it already.
I bet. Well, you're going to move to Florida.
And there's no tennis.
I know. We get tennis down here, man.
I heard so. Yeah, all my friends down there are playing tennis, and they keep saying, yep, tennis is great. I know it's great, but I'd like to play it.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
So, market-wise, what are we looking at, Basil?
Okay, there are a couple of things. I'll just do this very quickly just to show you in the Chapman wave. We try to identify the lowest low bar and each successively higher bar. We alphabetize them, uppercase on the way up, lowercase on the way down. You can go all the way to 7 higher peaks, but it's at that 4th highest peak, peak D, that other things can happen. And I've got the pattern here. It could pull back sharply, or it could recycle higher. And that's really one of the key things. We've got a myriad techniques, but that's one of the core techniques. Here you can see in the weekly chart, look at this. Peak D went from 29,568 down to 18,213. And in the monthly chart, look what happened. So that's very important. But as I say, you can recycle. So we've been long since the 23rd of March via options, and we also went long via the diamonds. That's the 1-to-1 long the diamonds at 210, which is equivalent. It was just about 21,000. So we're now at 23,959. We made a high of the 24,660 on the 29th. So you can see there's a pattern here that I've used for a long time. It's a fascinating pattern because a whole combination of others, but I've made it as simple as possible. From the low, and I in my webinar that I did, in my all-day webinar, I was explaining to the attendees that if you take the very low, most of the time you're going to draw a trend line, and very soon it's just going to cut right through the price. I like to go to a trough before or a candle before where the angle is at all the different, look at this, how this pink line, this red line just touches the lows, and it goes all the way to the low of, what was that? That was Friday, and that was on the 1st. It just touched that line. Then on the top side, I have a green line. So it's a rising, narrowing wedge. I often talk about the expanding wedge. This is different. This is just a rising series of highs. Then it starts to flatten out. It almost makes an arch formation. But I love to be able to draw a straight line, a trend line, slightly higher. And it just stopped right there at that 24,660 level. And then it started to come down. So I said to subscribers, we're going to take a little bit off. We did so yesterday, but we're still long, and I'm still looking at the patterns. And what happens to this rising, narrowing wedge formation is that there's a slide, and then there's a little bit of an arch formation. The big thing is, does the arch go back and retest the high, or does it fail? So I said to subscribers yesterday that I'm looking for a turnaround today because I have my Chapman Wave Trim Gauge reading, which had a very high reading both Friday and Monday. It actually had one yesterday, which conferred strength to the market, because it says within 2 sessions there should be about a 9 to 11 point E-mini rally, and that's going to help the market. So I said, let's be careful, because I think we're going to rally into Monday afternoon, into Tuesday, maybe Tuesday afternoon, maybe even Wednesday morning, but we're going to rally And that's where we've got to be careful. Wednesday afternoon going to Thursday morning. So that's kind of the stance that we have. If you're looking at the green line and the black line here, these are the 9 and 14 period moving averages. Still a big distance away for that to cross negative. You probably remember I've shown this chart. I'll do this because you can see it a little bit easier. This is the chart that I use where I talk about that dark news cloud cover. And I said about a week ago, I think this is the week coming up that we should start to see a lot of selling pressure. That was last week, which is what we see. But you can see this is the daily chart. Then look, that green line and the black line. There's a big distance between them. And for that green line to go negative, you probably have to see the Dow somewhere at about 23,200, 23,100, and we're at 23,900 here. So this is a process, and I wanted to explain that. I want to see how we come out of this. I'm calling it a bounce. I'm not calling it a rally towards going to the top, the 24,660 level of the 29th of April. So in the meantime, we've got long positions. We did try a short position in the semiconductor, the SMHs. It was fascinating because today's Tuesday. On Friday, we got short. Just after the opening, I said, we're waiting for a little bit of a bounce, then we're going to go short. And we went short, and it looked fantastic. I mean, it went from the 131 level down to the low of 125, I think, 126 in 2 days. I mean, that's a big move. And then, of course, we had this big bounce. So we're out of that. I'm not going to hang around for that. But I am looking at the semiconductors because I think there's a chance that this peak that was made at 139.36 on the 29th, I might be wrong, but I think we'll know in the next 2 days whether this is a top that's going to last a little longer than the usual tops, which, we've been seeing higher highs and higher lows for quite some time. But you can see this has got exactly the same thing. Look at this green line, trend line. Look at the rising trend line, comes to a narrowing to the apex, pulls back. I drew in this cup formation, and we'll see what happens. Look, the SMHs are now towards the low of the day. So this is a really important period. I would say this week is, out of all the weeks that we've had for some time, last week leading into this week's results, I think is going to tell us a lot about May.
You might have today in the next half hour being the next 20 minutes being a lot, Basil.
I spoke about
we just sold down 30 points on the S&P, right?
Look at this. This is the 1 minute peak D right there in the E-mini. And we've come straight down. Look at this. This is the 5 minute peak D. Came straight down. It's still leg A. It's just one leg down. That is something, I don't know what's happened, but this is a big move. This is the sort of, when I was talking about the dark cloud cover, basically that's just saying that you've got to be careful because most of the good news is out. So I'm not sure how the market is going to handle bad news right now. That's the reason why I spoke about it in my show over the last couple of days. Dark news cloud cover. Let's see how we come out of it.
And folks, come right over to our website at TFNN. You're going to go into newsletters, the opening call. Check it out. Basil, have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thank you, Tom. You too.
Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the Tax Opportunity Zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 142. You get the Nasdaq up 79. S&Ps are up 33. Let's get over and take a look at the S&Ps as we come into this closeout here. We had a question a little bit earlier when I had finished that workshop, folks, and we were when we were doing the workshop, we were doing it intraday too, so folks could see how this works on a intraday basis, just because it moves quickly. The bottom line is that you came off this high with monster volume. Okay. Bottom line is that when I got the first price projection, that was the last time we had volume on the top side, which is the 28.59. Well, we blew through that. That's saying we can go to 28.35 right now, and that is all the way over from yesterday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, I know that sounds bizarre, but guess what? It's not that bizarre when you actually do have 17 minutes left and you've been selling this market down. So if we go over and we take a look at the SPY, what you're going to end up seeing here as we come into the close is that you're up $2.68. You know, we got to a price point of $289.25, so we didn't get over the highs of Friday. That being said, we're going to be closing lower. I don't think we're going to get to the 283 mark, but what you are going to have is that you have a failure to basically hold price. That's how this thing is shaken out. Let's go to Jeff in New Jersey. Hey, Jeff, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Great. Hey, listen, I was calling to thank you. A few weeks ago, you were prompting on your show to fill out that $10,000 grant.
Yes.
And so I heard that, and I thought, well, there's no way I was going to get anything, and I wasn't going to fill it out. But you kept prompting and prompting. I thought, what do I got to lose? So I filled it out with 0 employees and under 10,000 in sales. It's a legitimate company. I've got a programming company, but I got kind of killed.
Yeah.
So I sent it in with, like I said, 0 payroll,
right,
and under 10,000 in sales. I thought, well, there's no way I'm going to get anything. And just a couple days ago, I found $1,000 in my business checking account.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah.
And I owe it to you, because if it wasn't for your prompting, I would have just assumed, no way I would have gotten anything. So I wanted to thank you.
No, we appreciate you growling a problem with us here. And what has happened, folks, if you had done that, just as Jeff said, if you have no employees, they're still giving you $1,000. If you had put in it, you didn't get it yet, you'll get it. The bottom line is that it's coming out. If you had 5 employees, you get it $5,000. 2 employees, $2,000. Yeah. So bottom line is that I'm glad you did it, and what you have, not inside this program, but the PPP is that we're going to keep hearing more of this, but the first Justice Department just went after 2 guys up in Massachusetts, and this is a shame, folks, because you don't have to do fraud, but these guys were doing fraud inside a bigger loan, which is sad. But well, listen, man, I appreciate the feedback. I'm glad you got that grand, and we all know at this particular point, it's going to be a tough road, man. I mean, when we look at the market's saying, hey, man, it's not tough. But guess what? The one thing that I would encourage everyone to look at today is go to Wayfarer, okay? So this is about the most bizarre thing in the world. If we always hear that the markets dictate what's going forward. I don't believe that for a second, okay? And the reason I don't believe it, I've seen too many stocks that get out of whack, and Wayfair is one of them. Wayfair just went from $20, folks, up to $181 today, okay? So it was $20 on March 19th, and when it gapped higher today, like $45, and guess what? The bottom line is that they were supposed to, lose, I believe, $1.15, and they end up losing $2.30. So if you lost more money in this particular case, you went higher. So, there's between the real economy that all of us feel out here, that's correct. And on Wayfair, there's a 36% short position, versus what is really happening out here. And listen, how are people responding? Are you guys opening up at all, Jeff?
Very little bit. The parks opened up the other day. On a Saturday, I rode my bike around the local golf course, and I had been riding around because everything's been closed down. But Saturday got kicked out because they had opened and people were playing. Yeah, so a little bit.
Yeah, you guys get hit hard, no doubt, man. Well, listen, you have a great one, a safe one, man.
You too. Thanks. Keep up the good work.
Absolutely. So when we take a look at this out here, after the close out here today, folks, we were talking about Disney a little bit earlier. Disney looks to me like an ABC structure down. So this is going to get really interesting watching it, because what you've had here is this. We got to $105. You're trading 101. It's like... It looks like a clean A to B equals C to D, and now we're pushing on the lows of yesterday, and you actually have expanded volume as you're doing it. And then, of course, when you take a look at the business that they're in, you can understand pretty easily, bottom line, it's going to be really hard to generate cash on a continual basis. Airbnb. So let's see. I don't think Airbnb is... Well, here, let me pull this up, because this is going to be a big number. We know that you had a huge amount of here it is right here. So Airbnb is going to cut 25% of its workforce. 1,900 Airbnb employees across the world are going to be affected. We're collectively living through the most harrowing crisis in our lifetime. There's no doubt about that. Unfortunately, inside Airbnb, they're taking in half the amount of capital that they've normally taken in, and Airbnb will end up being all right. The problem inside of that business plan in general is going to be their super host. Their super host, folks, was a decent business plan, because the bottom line is that you had folks that were buying places, were leasing places. They were basically being small hotels, and then overnight, of course, everything stopped, and now they got leases that they can't pay, they have mortgages they can't pay. And the reason that I'm specifically saying that it wasn't that really, even though these folks are going to have a really tough time going forward, that business plan was actually, to me, that business plan wasn't that bad, because most times when you're going to see a total crash in the marketplace, or a total crash in the real estate marketplace, you're going to see some forward cities going down, okay? And then you can make a choice, okay? Saying, okay, I got to start moving some stuff out, I got to pay debt, I got to do all of this, versus what we just had happen in this particular case, meaning that you get a total wipeout. Unfortunately, what seems to happen when we were reading some of those stories is that some folks were living too high off the hog, meaning that when you're making money, folks, the bottom line, and this is easier when you've been through cycles. It's not easy at the beginning of your life. In the middle of your life, at the further end of your life, it's a lot easier that you've seen so many cycles that you make sure that you always have cash, particularly when you have businesses, because you know that payrolls are always being due. And if you want to stay in business, you always got to make it through. Normally, the way I look at it, you got to make it through about actually 8 months to about 2 years. And if you do that cycle-wise, this thing's going to come back as long as everyone keeps working. Dow's down. Dow is up 178. Nasdaq's up 108. S&P's up 40. We'll come right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools, as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up at 203. Nasdaq is up 123. S&Ps are up 42. So let's get over to S&P. What you're going to see here, folks, this is the correlation of when you're speculating, okay, where the market's bottom going, even on a short-term basis. What I'll show you here is that when we were talking about how we came down on volume, what you're going to see here is that we have, right now, you got a high volume low that's laying out here at this 25.55, and you can see that this bounce that's coming in here, you get 4 minutes into this bar. Well, 4 minutes into this bar, we've only done 27,000 contracts versus going south with 69,000. So unless this contract volume can go up dramatically. All this is doing is that this is setting up a B to a C of an ABC structure on the way down. And it's a pretty decent one, actually, because the high of this is 28.89, and your low out here is 28.54. So what do we got? What did I say, 89? Yes, you get 46 points. And then if the C was just generated, 56, 66, that'd be saying that you get 28.30 or something. That thing is shaken into, and I think I said 28.35. 28.27 actually is the next number. So I suspect what we're doing right here is that we've just set up a small ABC structure down. That'll bring you, to that 28.27 to 28.35. And we'll see whether, you're going to get some of this after the close. We got a huge amount of numbers that are coming in after the close. We get Disney right at 4:05. You got Beyond Meat. You got Virgin Galactic. We got Pinterest right at 4 o'clock. You get Activision at 4:05. You get Electronic Arts. We have Mercado Libre. You got Occidental, that's at 4:15. We got Planet Fitness, they're going to be toast. Gold's just went south, that's going to be toast. You got Mattel happening. KLA, Clack is going to be an important one, no doubt. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night. Have a safe night. Please tell all your friends, folks, to go to YouTube, TFNN, check it out. Would love to have more Tigers and Tigresses out here. Have a great one, folks. Yeah, look at them, folks.